How are we doing, folks? Your host Moose here on the Pitt Panthers Football Network as we welcome you to Heinz Field, where your Pitt Panthers will be looking to bounce back from last week's loss with a matchup here against the Central Florida Knights and former Pitt quarterback Ben DiNucci. So the Panthers, in kind of a new look offensive style this season, using that pass offense. We've known them as such a rush-heavy team for so long. Can that passing offense throw the ball all over the air here as your Pitt Panthers look to take home a victory over the UCF Knights? So we will get underway here from Heinz Field. The Panthers will kick off, and we are underway here at Heinz Field. UCF to receive. They're going to drop that ball. That's Mike Rogers receiving it. He'll take a knee in the end zone. And it's going to be a matchup of two teams that have really shown an ability to throw the football around. DiNucci, of course, leading UCF here. They're 3-0 so far this season. And the question mark will be, can DiNucci, he was an average passer at Pitt, we have to say, somebody who was never really exceptional, can he do the job here for the Knights against a Pitt defense that has been spectacular here in the early going this season? A big note for both teams are missing a ton of quality wide receiver talent. Maurice French will play for the Panthers today, but Bargner for UCF will be out in this game. And, of course, the Pitt Panthers will be missing Aaron Matthews for the remainder of the season due to a broken vertebrae. So a tough way for the senior to go out for the Panthers here. But DiNucci moving the ball well. 2nd and 10 now. He's got his receiver. That's freshman Andrew Hogan hauling that in on a 17-yard catch. His second reception of the day already. And just inside of a minute already played here in the first quarter. And UCF on the move inside of Pitt territory, inside the 30 now, or the 40, excuse me, as they find Brian Edwards on the out. And so it's 3rd and 5 now from the Pitt 39. DiNucci back. Pressure coming. He feels the blitz from Kaiser Artis. Scott coming off the edge, has to throw the ball away. And so UCF electing to go for a long field goal. And this is something I left this in extended because I want to talk about. I elected a new house rule. This kicker has like 70 power. He's a sophomore, I think, or a junior. He has 70 power. And so my new house rule is if the other team attempts a kick from 50-plus yards, and I know their kicker is not going to even be close to making it, rather than giving myself really good field position, I'm going to catch it in the end zone, and I'm going to run it out to the 20 as if it was a touchback on a punt. So at least I don't get the ball at like the 40-yard line. I'll get the ball at the 20-yard line instead, make it a little bit tougher on myself. So that's the strategy we're going with for long field goals from kickers that I know are not going to have the power to make it from here on out. But the Panthers coming out, taking over with the ball. Kenny Pickett, who threw for 378 yards. He's flanked by both of his running backs there. He hands off to Sibley that time. He goes for a loss of a yard. It's going to set up 2nd and 11. Just like that, Pitt, 5 wide receivers set already. Pickett, time underneath, looks, finds his receiver. That's Maurice French, who's playing through an injury here. He loses a yard and he'll set up 3rd down for the Panthers. 2 big visits, Trey Brown and Antonio Ryan. Antonio Ryan actually is a JUCO prospect. Would come in as a junior, but he is projected to come in near 80 overall already. And the Panthers, not a ton of offensive line depth right now. And you can see Pickett running for his life there. Has to throw the ball away, and the Panthers will be forced to punt away. In great field position for UCF already. DiNucci trying to find a man over the middle. Great coverage by Paris Ford that time, though, and he'll throw it away. 2nd and 10 now. Shotgun set for UCF. They like to run the hurry up, and DiNucci's going to hurry up and run through a gap in the line there. Goes for about 7 before being brought down by Salim Brightwell, and they're going to hurry up and run 3rd and 3 now. Panthers showing blitz off the edge. Motion now for UCF as they motion him into the backfield. DiNucci's going to keep it himself. He fumbles. The ball's knocked away, and Pitt can't recover. UCF is able to fall on top of it. Philippi Motley came in from the backfield. DiNucci was keeping it on a read option there, and he gets leveled from behind. Motley punches it out. The loose ball, Ford's not able to fall on it. UCF does recover, but they go for another long field goal again. They miss it, and so the Panthers will take the ball on a touchback at the 20-yard line. It's Todd Sibley this time on the handoff, picks up about 7. Kenny Pickett was even busting through the hole there with some lead blocking for his running back, and it's going to set up 2nd and 3 for the Panthers. CJ London checks in at halfback now, but it's going to be to Jay Keys, the man who had 11 catches for 165 yards and a touchdown touchdown in that loss to Penn State, gets his first catch of the day, and the Panthers will move the chains for a first down. 2nd and 10 now. It's Pickett. Nobody open. He scrambles outside, picks up 13 and a first down, so Pitt out near midfield. Pickett under center. He sends a man in motion. That's Paul Lease. Pickett running for his life again, scrambles away, finds a man that's reserve tight end Caleb Cannon, who's able to haul that one in and set up 3rd and short now for the Panthers, and they will convert. That's C.J. London taking the handoff up the middle and moving the chains for the Panthers as they get to the UCF side of midfield into plus territory for the first time today. And Pickett over the middle. He's got a man, Trey Tipton, nearly going to the end zone. Great find from Kenny. He just spotted him. He won the battle off the line. Nobody had him covered. Pickett just threw it up to him right in stride. Tipton hauls it in, and then he's just dragged down by his ankles, or he could have went to the end zone. So 2nd and 7 now for the Panthers here. Pickett, plenty of time back to pass. Short, easy rush from UCF. He does find Paul Lease, but he's not able to get anywhere near the end zone, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. Dual halfback set for Pickett in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. He's back. He looks, pressure comes, and it's intercepted. Davis from UCF hauls it in. It's going to be tough field position for the Knights, but they will take it away from the Panthers into the red zone there. And Pickett, nobody was open. He tried to force it to his running back. It was Sibley, I believe, running the angle route underneath, and he just wasn't able to haul it in. It was intercepted, and UCF takes over here in the shadow of their own goalpost. So 2nd and 8, they come out in kind of a goal line power set, trying to get themselves a little bit of breathing room, and they're going to do just that. That's Taj McGowan picking up 15 with a nice little stiff arm of a Panther that came in for an arm tackle, and he does get a first down. Danucci back to pass. Now he's looking. He's got a man open. That is Aaron Cochran who hauls that in for 8 yards, setting up 3rd and manageable 2 now for Danucci here. He's in the shotgun as the clock winds down into the first quarter. Running a bit of a speed option there. Malachi Bordeaux gave him no option for the pitch. The redshirt freshman did a great job breaking up that play in the backfield, and UCF is going to be forced to punt it away. Maurice French does haul in that punt, and he's got his best punt return as a Panther here. He's been very good on kickoff returns, but never seems to get good punt return yards. He goes for 36 that time, and the Panthers already in business at the UCF 25, and they're moving it again. That's Jay Keys underneath for a gain of 7. Pickett finds him on a quick slant, and it's going to be 3rd and 2 now for the Panthers here. Shotgun set. C.J. London flanks Pickett. He's going to take the handoff out the middle. Beautiful spin move for London, and he's off to the races into the end zone. 17-yard touchdown for the sophomore running back, the former 5-star recruit for the Panthers. Great bit of running there. Nice burst of speed into the hole to get the first down, and then a beautiful spin move. Nice little cut, gets past the second defender, isn't even touched, and he's into the end zone. The Panthers take an early 7-0 lead here late in the first quarter. So UCF looking at a counter now. It's Danucci keeping the ball in a read option here. He's knifed down by a combination of Damar Hamlin and Paris Ford, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter here at Heinz Field. The Panthers ahead 7-0 over the UCF Knights. And so as we start the second quarter here, UCF looking to even the score now. 2nd and 12, nowhere to go there. That's Patrick Jones into the backfield here. The redshirt senior makes a great tackle there to haul down a man in the backfield. 3rd and very long for UCF. Danucci, nowhere to go. Great coverage downfield by the Panthers, and that's Malachi Bordeaux. Another huge 3rd down play by him. He gets his first career sack, and the Panthers will be able to take over with good field position around their 40-yard line following the punt, but Todd Sibley goes nowhere. Loss of 4, dragged down the backfield. The Panthers' rushing attack really has not got a lot going here, and that's why they've relied so much on Pickett slinging the ball around. He does just that and finds Maurice French for a fantastic grab there, setting up 3rd and very short. Now it's a handoff from Pickett. C.J. London, he's just going to get forward and get the first down. Only goes for a yard, but that's all they needed, and the Panthers move the chains to midfield here. 1st and 10 now. Quad set out to the right of Pickett, and he looks to the other side. That's Paul Lease, who was in single coverage on the left, runs a nice little slant, picks up about 10. It's going to be 2nd and inches for the Panthers. Pickett doing a great job. Other than that one mistake with the interception, he's looked very, very impressive for the Panthers so far. He does a great job there. Plenty of patience shown, and he throws back across the field, finds Jay Keys there for a 28-yard gain. Great job, Pickett. They designed a play to roll him out to his right, plenty of time, and he holds on to it and finds Jay Keys there and gets plenty of yardage, bringing the Panthers inside the red zone. Sweep to Trey Tipton goes nowhere. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Panthers. 5 wide set. Pickett rolling to his right yet again. Could maybe run for it. Instead, he's just going to put it on a platter. And that's Maurice French. Mr. Fantastic into the end zone. The Panthers have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. Great play by Pickett there. You can see he basically sucked in the cornerback with the threat that he could scramble to the end zone. That allowed French the opportunity to run to the corner of the end zone. Pickett just dropped it in there. Beautiful throw, and the Panthers have busted this one open, taking a 2-score advantage here midway through the second quarter. So UCF trying to counter with Dynasty here. 3rd and 1. They run the speed option again. Great pitch by Dynasty. That time the Panthers aren't able to blow it up in the backfield. Good pitch to Taj McGowan. He goes for first down yardage, and UCF keeps the chains moving. They need to score relatively soon here if they want to have an opportunity to stay in this game. And Kaiser Artis-Scott nearly had an interception to take it away for the Panthers. They have yet to make a ton of takeaways this year. They forced a couple of fumbles, and they forced one right here. Jazzy Stalker going the other way as he picks it up on 3rd down. He's going to go to the end zone, and we were just talking about the Panthers have not had a ton of takeaways this season. Not a ton of interceptions. They forced a couple fumbles in the opener. Did have a couple of interceptions of Penn State last game, but not a ton of takeaways, and unfortunately, they're not going to have one yet today. They will get the 3rd down stop, but you can see the booth does review this. Bordeaux brought down the man. Great tackle there, and he was down. His knee was down. His elbow was down before the ball squirmed out. So the Panthers will just get a stop. UCF will, luckily for them, be able to punt the ball away to the Panthers, who will take over with Kenny Pickett, who's already over 100 yards passing on the day. Other than, like we said, the one interception, he's been incredible for the Panthers so far, and they'll look to extend their lead here in the back half of the second quarter. And Pickett going very deep, looking for, I believe that was Maurice French on the outside, who did have a step on a man, but good defensive play by the Knights there, forcing the incompletion. Pickett 5 wide set again. He's got his man. That's Jay Keys on the nice little angle route, and Keys is off to the races. That's a 30-yard gain for the freshman, who has been just an incredible outlet for Kenny Pickett on the season so far. I think that's 4 catches now for about 70 yards today. He's been fantastic. Pickett rolling out on 3rd and 11. Now plenty of time. He's got a man. That's Trey Tipton, who has first down yardage. Pickett has been incredible. They know the offensive line isn't spectacular, so they've been rolling Pickett out to his right, kind of getting him into space and allowing him to potentially make a play with his legs if an option in the passing game is not there, and he's done very well with that so far. Sibley now, great carry off tackle. He's going to pick up first down yards, and the Panthers inside the red zone yet again. Their 4th time in the red zone now today. They got 2 touchdowns and an interception to show for it so far. They're looking to find the end zone, and that's going to help them out. Sibley goes for 10. He finally breaks through for a couple of big carries. He's at 7 runs for about 21 yards on the day so far. 2nd goal now. It's Pickett, hands it off. It's CJ London fighting his way forward. He keeps those legs churning, and the Panthers are into the end zone yet again. Mr. London has been absolutely fantastic today. He's running with power and with poise. He keeps those legs churning, and he gets into the end zone, fights his way in, and the Panthers have a 3-touchdown advantage late here in the first half. UCF, though, looking to go the other way. Great throw. Dynasty finally finds his biggest target in Dedrick Snelson, who's been averaging 140 yards a game. That's his first catch of the day so far, and Dynasty finds him. Now he's got Bell over the middle, who goes for a good gain, but luckily for the Panthers, a clipping foul on UCF is going to bring that back. So after a huge gain into Pitt territory, Dedrick Snelson, who we were just talking about, clips a man, brings the ball back to the 41-yard line. Here with 40 seconds to play. It's a screen. They find Taj McGowan. He tries to knife his way forward, but the Panthers have that smothered. 4 guys converge on it, and UCF unable to do anything. They run the play clock down, and on the final play of the first half, miss a field goal yet again. Things remain scoreless for UCF. The Panthers go into halftime leading 21-0 over the UCF Knights. Pitt won 30-20, you'll remember, in Orlando last season. They're well on their way to another victory over UCF here in this one today, really holding what had been a fantastic UCF passing offense in complete check so far, only 89 yards on the day, under 40 yards rushing as well. The Pitt offense has been stellar. Kenny Pickett just moving the ball with ease. One turnover. The Panthers will want to win the turnover battle, but otherwise they have been spectacular today, and they'll want to keep that up in the second half. The Pitt defense has been incredible, and we'll see if they can continue that in the second half here. So we welcome you back to Heinz Field for the third quarter with your Pitt Panthers leading UCF 21-0, and it's been an incredible turnaround for the Panthers. Their first two drives ended in a punt and an interception. Since then, they've gone on three straight touchdown scoring drives to really blow this game wide open, take a 21-0 lead. The defense has been stellar. They've held UCF really out of scoring range the entire day, just forced them into three long field goal attempts that they have not been able to convert on. And the Pitt rushing game is even finally getting going here. We know how much that has struggled here in the early going of the season. Didn't do much against Penn State, but they're moving the ball well, especially when C.J. London's on the field. Now Jay Key's in at quarterback here. He's going to hand it off on a jet sweep to Maurice French. Great little step back move from Mr. Fantastic Maurice French, and the Panthers pick up more first down yards again. They're already into plus territory here. 5 wide set for Pickett. 4 to the right of him. He rolls out into plenty of space here, and he's going to have room to run. Picks up about 7, then smartly gets out of bounds, doesn't take any contact, and so it's going to be 2nd and 3. 5 wide. Pickett fakes a quarterback draw here, looks plenty of time. He's got a man open underneath. That's Paul Lease, who hauls that in for 14 yards, steps out of bounds, and it's first down yardage for Pitt as they near the red zone, right on the 20. It's a handoff for Sibley. Nice little counter play there. Good blocking for the Panthers as Sibley goes for 9. One area the Panthers are really missing Aaron Matthews is his blocking ability. Jay Keys checks in at quarterback, though, now for the Panthers. Fakes a handoff to Sibley. Looks. He's got time. He throws it. And Paul Lease hauls in the pass from Jay Keys. The Keys to Lee's connection. And Jay Keys has now thrown a touchdown, ran for a touchdown, and caught some touchdowns this season. So he is a true slash for the Pitt Panthers right now. An incredible performance that he's shown this season for the Panthers. He's just done it all for them. He's now thrown a touchdown. Now, we know he was recruited, of course, as an athlete, and in his positions that he could have played. He was going to be a 78 overall quarterback, a 78 overall receiver, or a 75 overall running back. We've left him at quarterback for the progression potential, but he's playing primarily as a receiver for us. But when we throw him in to that wild card set, we know what he can do, and that was an incredible throw by him. I mean, right on a dime to Paul Lease there. If he underthrows that or makes a bad throw, that could be intercepted. Instead, it goes for a touchdown, and now Keys takes a handoff on a jet sweep. He goes for 6 there for the Panthers, who are moving the ball downfield yet again. They're into UCF territory here, up 28-0 already midway through the third quarter. It's a screen this time to Todd Sibley. He goes upfield on 3rd down, does not get the first down yardage, and so it'll be 4th and inches. The Panthers will try a long field goal, 52 yards with Jay Bump. That kick is up. It has the accuracy, but just about a foot or two short. We know Jay Bump, about 50 yards is the extent of his range. He made a 51-yarder last week for us against Penn State, but it was wind-aided that helped him out in that regard. Still, we know he's got some good legs, so we figured we'd give it a shot, especially with this advantage. He does miss it, but it is what it is. UCF moving the ball nicely there on 3rd down. Darius Bell with a good catch on a throw from Danucci, but it'll be 3rd and 7 yet again for UCF. No semblance of a running game for them. The Panthers bring the pressure. Danucci takes a huge hit as he throws that one out of bounds, forces the Knights into another punt, and the Panthers will take over at about their own 10-yard line. 2nd and 12 now. It's a good handoff to Sibley, who gets outside for a gain of about 5, setting up 3rd and 7 now for the Panthers. 4 wide set for Pickett. He's going to roll to his right again. He's had a lot of success going out that way. Forced to throw it away, though. Nobody open, and so the Panthers will punt it away. UCF will get great field position here, already inside of the Pitt half of the field. 2nd and 2. Danucci, though, nowhere to go. Sean Wolfgang gets in and makes a sack there for a loss of 3, and it's going to set up 3rd and 5 for the Knights. So a great tackle from the Panthers. The NC NCAA sack leader from last season, gets, I believe, his second sack of the season here by bringing DiNucci down. So the Panthers, great tackle there in the backfield. That was Paris Ford bringing down McGowan, not able to get first down yardage, and so Pitt will take over yet again following a UCF punt. Pickett goes for first down there. He's under center. We haven't seen much of that this year. French goes in motion. Pickett rolling to his right yet again. Dumps it off. That's Maurice French. He's going to get first down yardage. And the Panthers moving the ball yet again. We're nearing the end of the third quarter here. Pickett, 3rd down and 13. Back, looking to pass. He's got Jay Keys underneath. Not going to have first down yardage. And so we will head to the end of the third quarter. Your Pitt Panthers rolling here, leading the UCF Knights 28-0 on the Pitt Panthers Football Network. And so we rejoin you here now for the fourth quarter. Your Pitt Panthers with a commanding 4-touchdown lead over former starting quarterback Ben DiNucci and the UCF Knights here. Pitt looking to just run out the clock on this one, come away with their 3rd victory of the season. 3rd and 10 now. DiNucci back to pass, looking deep, and that pass is going to be intercepted. That's Dane Jackson who takes it away underneath. He's got plenty of room to run. Beautiful juke move, fakes an offensive lineman out of his cleats. And so the Panthers are going to have incredible field position. They finally play the takeaway game. DiNucci just wanted it all there. He underthrew it a bit. Jackson was able to undercut the route, goes up, makes a great catch, and look at this move. Puts an offensive lineman on his chest as he tried to bring him down. The Panthers in the red zone already now. 2nd and 7. Pickett, 4 wide set with Sibley to his left. He's going to look. He's got a wheel route. Ends up having to run for it himself, scrambling away. Pickett using those wheels that we know he has, and he gets first down yardage. He's hit out of bounds. They're a little bit of a late hit, but Pickett does get first down yardage there. 2nd and goal now. 5 wide set. He's got 4 men to the wide side right. Pickett back looking, has a man underneath. That's Jay Keys. Should have been a touchdown there. Pickett just overthrew him a bit, and so the Panthers will be forced to settle for a J-bump field goal. That kick is up, and that kick is good, and it's 31-0. Pitt with just over 8 minutes to play here. DiNucci back to pass. 1st and 10. Looks underneath. He's got his man Aaron Cochran there for a nice gain of 6. Going to set up 2nd for us. UCF just wants to get on the scoreboard at this point. DiNucci playing in front of his former hometown team. Just wants to get something going here. And he does make a nice throw to Darius Bell there. Great little shoestring tackle from Paris Ford, though, to bring him down. Or he could have been off to the races there. So 1st and 10 now for DiNucci. Back. Looks at pass. Panthers bring a blitz. Throws it out wide. Dropped by Stevenson. It's intercepted. That's Paris Ford is playing takeaway, and nobody is going to catch him. He will go to the end zone. Pitt Panthers touchdown. Unfortunate play for DiNucci there. Paris Ford was Johnny on the spot, playing takeaway there. Stevenson just bobbled the ball. Ford was able to have some contact with him, knocked it away, picked it up, and they're going to review this here because they want to see if Paris Ford took it off the turf. It looks like he got his hands under it and made control of the ball without it touching the ground, and it may have even touched the ground after, but he had control of it at the time, it looks like. And we'll see what they say, and that play is going to stand. It's going to be a Pitt Panthers touchdown. Paris Ford with his 2nd interception of the season. He takes this one back for a touchdown, and Pitt up 38-0 now. And really just looking to run out the clock here. Pickett with a great throw across his body again finds Trey Tipton, who's been a big play machine. He doesn't have a ton of catches on the season, but every time he gets one, it does go for 25, 30 yards, it seems like. Pitt did not score on that drive. They end up punting it away. UCF, though, looking to get on the scoreboard here. That's DiNucci over the middle, finds Andrew Hogan. The freshman having a big game, goes for 27 there. 1st and 10 out for DiNucci. Panthers bring a blitz. He's got a man open. That's Darius Bell hauling that in, and UCF into the red zone finally here. Under 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 2nd 15. DiNucci going to keep it himself. Does have room out wide. Could go for the end zone, but Paris Ford, great tackle. He's had a huge game today for the Panthers as Ford is going to force 3rd down. DiNucci looks over the middle. Great play again. Ford levels the receiver there to jar the ball loose. It's going to force 4th and 7 for UCF. Rather than just kick a field goal and get on the scoreboard, they want to go for the end zone. Now DiNucci back to pass, looks underneath, has Stevenson, but Motley pushes him out of bounds before getting first down yardage. That will be a turnover on downs. And the Panthers will be able to bring in the second teamers and look to just run away the final minutes of the clock here. Colin Wells takes a handoff from AC Reese. There goes for a few yards. Reese now, read option there. He's going to have first down yards. It looks like great little spin move there from the Panthers backup quarterback, the redshirt freshman, getting some playing time. And the Panthers will be able to run out the clock, pick up a victory. CJ London, a pair of touchdowns on the ground, averaged 6 yards a carry. Probably his finest game for the Panthers. Kenny Pickett threw for a good solid 230 yards. Great game. Jay Keys threw a touchdown even. So the Panthers looked really fantastic in this game. The defense with another incredible performance. Made a couple of big stops when they needed to in the red zone. Couple of interceptions as well. They scored a defensive touchdown. 3 sacks of Ben DiNucci as well. And it's another shutout after so much defensive malady that they've had the last couple of seasons, really struggling. Their second shutout in 4 games this season. They've also had a game where they've given up 3 points, and they only gave up, 16 points to Penn State in regulation. So it's been an incredible defensive performance this year. We knew that was going to be the strength of the team, and they are absolutely living up to that billing. And the offense has been good as well. So it's a fantastic victory for the Panthers. 38-0 over UCF. Hail to Pitt. We'll see you soon. Take care.